In this tutorial, we're going to look at a few of the features in Microsoft Edge that I think make it stand out in several ways, especially for teachers and students. Now, those of you that have been with my YouTube channel for some time know that I typically use Google Chrome as my browser, and I love Chrome. I think it's great. But these features I'm about to show you are reasons why I sometimes use Microsoft Edge. As you may already know, Microsoft Edge is the latest browser from Microsoft, and it's free. You can just Google it and download it. You can see that it's also available for iOS, like iPhone, iPad, and also for Android devices. But this tutorial is not a full tutorial of Microsoft Edge, but rather of just a few of the great features that it has. So first, let's say I'm reading here on TheVerge.com. And I'm reading this article about Microsoft's Surface Go. This claims that it's the best netbook that's out there. So I'm reading this article, and of course, as with most free articles online, I have annoying ads. In this case, they're in the form of images and videos. Sometimes a video will play here at the top that's really an ad, but still, this is a pretty good reading experience. So the first feature in Microsoft Edge I'd like to highlight for you is this. Reading View. If you put your mouse here at the top, you should see a book symbol. Now that probably only will appear if you're on a web page that has an article on it, that there's a reading that you're supposed to read. If you're just on YouTube.com or maybe you're on Amazon.com, you may not see that Reading View button. But I'll just go ahead and click it, and look what happens. It has transformed the article that I was reading. And it has added pagination. In other words, it's turned that long article into an article with multiple pages. So this is page 1, and I can click this arrow here to go to the next page, and I read that. And notice that there's nothing below this paragraph. If I want to read the next paragraph, it's on the next page. So I click next page, and I can go through those pages one by one. Now, in addition to clicking these arrows here, I can use the arrow keys on the keyboard to advance and also to go back. Okay, so this pagination, in many cases, makes it easier to read the article. Also, notice what happened to the ads. They're completely gone. If there had been ads on the sides of the article, they would have been stripped out. And the images that are advertisements and the videos that are advertisements have been taken out as well. Now, you may have noticed when I first went into Reading View, a panel appeared here at the top, and there were some options on it. It seems to have disappeared. So I'm going to click the Reading View button again to get out of Reading View, and then I'll click once more to get back into it. So here is the panel of tools that I mentioned, and I'm going to click this button here, the full screen button. Now if the panel does disappear like it just did, you can always go up to the top and click, and it should reappear. So let's look at these options. I'm going to click here on the text options, and you can see that there are some text size options. Let's go to another page so you can see how this works in action. Okay, because I increased the text size so much, there's really only a title on this particular page. So I'm going to shrink that back down. Okay, so this helps determine how many words fit on one particular page. You can also adjust the spacing of the letters. Now, why would you want to do that? Some people find it easier to read with wide text spacing, with the letters spaced out a little bit. So this is just a preference option, but for some people, it's very important that the text be spaced more widely. You can also adjust the page theme if you want a white background or a black background. These are wonderful options. Let's say if you're reading in a dark theater or in another place where you don't want to attract too much attention, you might need to switch from the white theme to the black theme. And there's also this third option here. Next to that, we have a wonderful option, which is Read Aloud. If I click this, Microsoft Edge will read this article aloud for me.
Microsoft Surface Go with LTE Review, the best netbook. www.theverge.com. The Surface Go is not a fast computer, but it's familiar. That predictability is sort of a relief after using the iPad Pro and Pixel Slate, both of which have ambitions to replace your laptop but fall short of that goal because of their software. The iPad Pro is restricted, the Pixel Slate is buggy. And to be fair, the Surface Go does, too, but only because you have to be careful not to overtax it.
So that just read to me the first couple of paragraphs of this article. Imagine how much time that's going to save if I can listen to articles while I'm doing something else. And of course, in the classroom, there are some great applications of that read aloud option as well. Next, we have some grammar tools. I'm going to go back here to the first paragraph, and I'll click on the grammar tools, and it says Reading Made Easier, Free Grammar Tools. I'll click Get, and it's going to add these in to my version of Microsoft Edge. It does take a little while to do this. It's going to acquire a license. It's going to download the plugin. But when it's done, I'll have some great grammar tools that I can use in the classroom or for myself personally. Now, to show this, I want to go back to the text spacing and make it more normal. That will make it easier to highlight what these grammar tools can do. So when I click on Grammar Tools, notice that I can split the words into syllables if I want to. So now, most of the article is split into syllables. Pretty cool. You can also make it identify all the nouns in the article. You can see that they're all highlighted. If I want, I can highlight the verbs, and I'll take off the nouns, and also adjectives. So, of course, this could be very useful for teachers working on teaching the parts of speech, on grammar, things like that, and for students to help them practice these concepts and to just get help reading the materials they need to read. Next to that, we do have some print options, and so of course I could print this article. I'm going to X out of that, and I'll click this icon here to exit full screen. Now that I'm not in full screen view, notice that the bar that popped down here has disappeared. If that ever happens and you want it back, all you have to do is click somewhere in your article and the bar should appear again. Something else I'd like you to know about is as you're reading in Microsoft Edge, if you want to, you can click this pen that's here at the top to add some notes. So I can click there, and now this lets me annotate on the article. So I can draw, I can circle things, I can underline things. So that's a pretty handy tool to be able to click on this ballpoint pen and draw on the screen. Now notice that there's an arrow at the bottom of that. If I click on the arrow, I can change the color and also the size of the lines. That's a pretty useful tool. Next to that, we have a highlighter. So I can just highlight in yellow the most important words. And again, this is a little hard to do because I've turned on the grammar colors. Again, I have a little arrow there at the bottom. I can change the color of the highlighting. Next, we have an eraser. I can click to erase different colors, different drawings that I've already put into this article. So that's good for if you've made mistakes. And the best way to use that eraser is just to click and hold with the mouse, and then anything you drag it over will be erased. Now imagine using this on a touchscreen device like a Surface Pro or like a Windows computer with a touchscreen. This would be extra useful, I think, in those situations. Next, we have a note button. I can click to get a note, and it gives me a plus sign that I can just click anywhere on the screen to add a note. And I'll just type reread this before the test. There's my note, and I can click away from it to add another note, or maybe I'm done adding notes and I can just trash the one I don't need and move on to more highlighting. Next, there's an option to clip a part of the screen. And this is a screenshot, so I'll just click and drag to take a screenshot of that. It copied it to the clipboard, and now I could paste it into Microsoft Word just by right-clicking and pasting. There it is. Of course, I could also paste it into Excel or PowerPoint, and also many other tools. And you can see there's a few other options too. You can turn on or off touch writing, that's for touch screens. And there's a save button and a share button. I'm just going to click save, and it makes it real easy for me to favorite this, so it keeps it in my list of favorites. Also, I could save it to OneNote or to my reading list. I'll just save it to OneNote. I click save, and it's done. Also, I can click this share button that I mentioned earlier, and it gives me various ways to share using Skype or email or just getting a link to this article. So those are a couple of my favorite features in Microsoft Edge. And I think that they really do make Edge stand out from other alternatives like Safari and Google Chrome. Yes, I know that those have some similar features, but these Microsoft Edge features really are fantastic. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this tutorial to be helpful. If you did, please click the like button below and consider connecting with me on my social media websites like Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter. And definitely do subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos about technology for teachers and students. And when you do subscribe, please click the bell next to the subscribed button. That way you'll be notified whenever I post another video, and watch for another video from me at least every Monday. If you'd like to support my YouTube channel, consider becoming a patron of mine through my Patreon account, and you'll find links to that in the description below. Also, if you're interested in the Microsoft Surface Go netbook, I also put a link to more information about that in the description below.